New details emerging about Ryan Routh, the confirmed suspect in the second assassination attempt of former President Trump, who is now in custody after Florida deputies caught his vehicle fleeing the scene.
New details being revealed about the second assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump and his would-be shooter. Now, I'm going to share with you the video footage so that way you can see it and hear it for yourself. And you're going to be hearing from the sheriff who's saying there's still a lot of unanswered questions. We don't understand how it is that he knew Trump's schedule, that he was going to be there golfing, how he was able to set this up, take time to maneuver his way around the wall of bushes, find a straight line of sight to the president. A lot of unanswered questions. Now, they said they did a great job of apprehending the individual, taking him into custody. We're going to be seeing as more details come out. But like I said, I'm going to share with you the video footage so that way you could see it for yourself. And if you appreciate the updates, take a second, hit the like button, show your support for former President Donald Trump and his safety in the comments down below. And also hit subscribe to stay up to date. And I've heard a lot of people say this is the second time that God has kept his hand upon Donald Trump. Let's go ahead and take a look at the video footage so you can see it for yourself.
New details emerging about Ryan Routh, the confirmed suspect in the second assassination attempt of former President Trump, who is now in custody after Florida deputies caught his vehicle fleeing the scene. Our next guest is the sheriff of Martin County, Florida, where the suspect was taken into custody. And Sheriff Snyder joins us now. Sheriff, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Y'all did a great job yesterday. So proud of the work of law enforcement there, working with both counties together and with the Secret Service. Tell us about this suspect. When he was arrested, when he was pulled out of his car, did he say anything? What was his demeanor?
Well, we conducted what you have seen probably 1,000 times, a high-profile felony stop out on I-95 northbound. We already shut the interstate down behind him, made the stop, and then at gunpoint, ordered him out of the vehicle. He complied. His demeanor was perplexing in some way, despite the fact that we had numerous people out with rifles, uniformed personnel, a helicopter, interstate shutdown. He was as calm as if he was going to a Sunday picnic.
He looks like it in that picture. I know that you were there when Secret Service interviewed him. What was his demeanor there? Did he apologize? Did he say he was remorseful? Did he even speak?
No, he was quiet, and we had to be very respectful. It's a federal investigation, so we don't cross the lines. Our job was to apprehend the suspect. I mean, after all, he just tried to assassinate the highest profile target on the planet. It was extremely fortunate for all of us that he complied, because had he not complied, you'd be asking me right now, what were the circumstances of his death? Right.
Gosh, I'm thankful that's not the case this morning. Where is the suspect now? I know he's behind bars, but where?
Well, what we did is we turned him over to the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. So I don't know where he is right now.
Okay. Did he say any? How did he know that Donald Trump was going to be playing golf? How did he have access to his schedule?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question. We are the border county to Palm Beach. You can't get out of their county without coming through ours. But we don't have the intel from the scene there. It's hard for me to imagine how he got within rifle range of President Trump.
Yeah. Sheriff, what was your day like yesterday? I know you were all over the media. We appreciate y'all being so transparent with us. But when you heard the news, describe that for us.
Well, I'd gotten home from church and I was having a quick snack, and I heard the bolo to be on the lookout for someone who had just attempted an assassination attempt on President Trump. And as I was sitting there with that snack, I knew he's heading for Martin County. My snack is done. I started getting ready, and within a few minutes of that bolo, my crew was on top of that car and conducted the felony stop.
So great that a witness there at the golf course took a picture of the vehicle and the license plate, told the police department. They notified your county because they knew he was heading in that direction. What's your message to that witness?
Well, my message to that witness is thank you. God bless you for what you did. You stepped up and you made it possible for us to apprehend the suspect, because in all truth, had we not gotten that description, he'd have just sailed right through my county, and who knows if or when we ever would have gotten our hands on it.
You know, we have so much confidence in law enforcement down in Florida. I know the governor there supports you all, and we all support you all. Thank you so much for your work. Have you talked to the governor? I know he wants to do a separate investigation.
I spoke to the governor's representative, who is the director of Department of Transportation. They're in charge of the Florida Highway Patrol, and he told me that from the governor, we could have any asset we needed. And actually, we had created quite a nightmare out there. We had to shut northbound, southbound I-95. We had to wait for a bomb dog to come and make sure there was no explosives in the car. It was a complex scene. We made it come out right, and we were able to turn the suspect over, but it was not an easy scene, I could tell you that.
Yeah, but when I heard that the suspect got away, left the gun there, and took off in this black Nissan, and then I heard not too long after that y'all had gotten him, that I-95 was shut down. I heard that Palm Beach International Airport was closed. So y'all did a great job. Thank you for apprehending him, and now we can hopefully get some answers.
Let's bring in former FBI Special Agent and Navy SEAL Jonathan Gilliam. Jonathan, I have been to this area. It's not like a normal golf course that you drive by in your daily travels and you can see the players playing from the road. The entire course is blocked by greenery if you're on a public road. So how did this guy know that he would have a line of sight to the president?
Because I believe he did surveillance. I believe he had somebody telling him, or some way to find out what Trump's movement was. When you look at this map right here that you were just talking about, it is surrounded by roads that go right around it, and you step off the road onto the sidewalk and straight into the trees, and there's a fence right there. He picked a location, had time to set up, tie up, and fix ballistic plates to the fence, along with a supply bag, a GoPro, and set himself up for the shot. That takes, I mean, if he just ran up there and did it, it would take at least 5 minutes to do that. But he also staged his vehicle so he could get away. So all that occurred in the perimeter, in a location where Trump was going to be. And just like in Pennsylvania, it was not discovered. The perimeter was not secured, and this individual was able to go, simply just get out of his car and walk over there. Now, whether or not he staged it earlier, we don't know. But the reality is he was able to set up a shooter's hide and prepare himself for the shot, and let the president get within max effective range of that SKS, which is a Russian AK-47. And he could have, if that Secret Service had not had seen him and the president got a little bit closer, he could have taken the president out yesterday.
The suspected gunman, he even spoke to the New York Times recently, and apparently he was on this personal mission to form an army of his own to defend Ukraine, and he even traveled to Kyiv to do just that. And the Washington Post is also reporting that he wrote a book last year, and he alluded to the fact that he supported Donald Trump in one of the elections, but regrets it. And there's even one line in this apparent book. He says, "You are free to assassinate Trump as well as me for that error in judgment."
And Jonathan, my main concern going forward, one of them, I'm pretty worried that a foreign actor along the lines of what you were saying is going to see how close these two presumably lone individuals got to the president of the United States and say, hey, if we flood the zone with 2, 3, or 4 foreign actors, they could succeed in the mission to take him out. And that is a chilling and terrifying thought, Jonathan.
Yeah, so thank God the Secret Service. Jonathan, really quickly, we got to wrap it up here, but go ahead. Final thought to you.
Yeah, just one thing. If enough people who support Trump and support freedom in this country, they could have gone out and surrounded that golf course themselves. We could do that, either being hired to do that or just going out and saying, you know what, we're going to get a group of people together and we're going to walk around where he's at on the outside perimeter. And you would have done a better job because you would have probably spotted this person. I can't understand why law enforcement isn't doing this. And if Trump wants to hire myself or other people like me, I'm not just saying that to get a plug, right, but There's people out there that can just do perimeter security, and we would stop all of these issues.
Yeah, well, thank God that Secret Service agent on the advance team spotted the gun poking out of that chain link fence. But you are right. The question remains how it even got to that point is a terrifying prospect. Jonathan Gilliam, thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate your insight.
So there you have it, you guys. And as more information comes out, like I said, I'll be sure to share here on the channel so that way you know the latest. And to stay up to date, don't forget, subscribe, hit that like button if you appreciate the updates, and also check out this video right here next if you'd like to see when I actually covered it live and the live footage as it was rolling out after that assassination attempt on Donald Trump. And I'll keep you up to speed on everything, though. That is the latest. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.